Now I'm gonna present you the agenda for today's class. We have welcome, social emotional content. On this point, I'm gonna explain you the evaluated activity you are gonna have today. Then we have objective, reflection. After the reflection, we have reading skill, class development, and at last we have questions and answers. Hello, good morning, my dear students from 6th graders. How are you today? How do you feel? In my case, I'm very good to be here with you again. For today's class, we are gonna develop our evaluated activity. Did you remember? Yes, right? For that reason, we are not gonna have or we are not gonna complete any other activities on the other books, right? And I'm gonna explain you what you have to do. For that reason, you have to pay special attention to the instructions in order you can have success on this activity. And another thing that I'm gonna tell you is, please, everyone, don't interrupt your classmates talking about different kinds of things on this chat. Please pay attention about the instructions that I'm gonna give you. And at the end, if you want to ask me something about the evaluated activity, you can write on this chat and I'm gonna answer. Okay, boys and girls? Well, my dear boys and girls, I'm gonna tell you this in Spanish. Por favor, chicos, no vayan a interrumpir a sus compañeritos a través del chat, hablando de diferentes contenidos, por ejemplo, videojuegos, películas. No, porque luego se distraen y no ponen atención a las indicaciones acerca de lo que tienen que hacer, ¿verdad? Háganme ese favor, chicos. No interrumpan a sus compañeritos. Yo sé que quieren hablar de muchísimas cosas, pero estamos en la explicación de la actividad evaluada, ¿ok? For that reason, please pay attention and follow the instructions. Now we are going to continue with our social emotional content. For our social emotional content, you are going to use your reading pads. And we are gonna sing a song that is called We Shall Overcome. That is the title for this song. Are you ready to sing? Please everyone sing the song. And in this way you are gonna practice pronunciation. Okay? Let's sing the song.
We shall overcome. We shall overcome. We shall overcome someday. Deep in my heart, I do believe we shall overcome someday. shall live in peace someday.
The objective for today is to talk about ecosystems. This is the main purpose for this evaluated activity. Okay, now we are going to continue with the reflection. For the reflection that you can see in this presentation, I'm going to ask you a question. Please try to answer. That is, which step have you reached today? On which step have you reached today? We have some options and you are going to choose depending on how you feel today. We have I won't do it, I can't do it, I want to do it, how do I do it, I'll try to do it, I can do it, I will do it, and the last is yes, I did it. Think about it and tell me on which step have you reached today. The majority of you can say, teacher, I am in the top of these stairs. That is, yes, I did it. But there are some others who can say, in my case, teacher, I am in the second step. That is, I can't do it. No puedo hacerlo. Why? Why do you think that? ¿Por qué piensas eso? Remember that all is possible in this life. What you have to do is try to be on the top of these steps. What is this? Yes, I did it. This is the main purpose for this reflection. Okay, now we are going to continue with reading skill. Please take out your reading pads and we are going to continue reading a text. Well, as everybody knows, today we have an evaluated activity that is related with ecosystems. Then I'm going to explain you what you have to do, what you have to include, what kind of information you are going to add to your presentation in order you can have success on this evaluated activity. Don't worry if you haven't finished yet. You have time. Okay, you have time to complete the activity. If you can't send me today, you can send me the following days. Don't worry. Si no me la pueden entregar este día, no se preocupen. Me la pueden entregar en los próximos días. Yo los espero. I'm gonna wait for your evaluated activity.
The desert biome. A biome is an ecosystem that includes many habitats in a certain climate. Climate describes the average weather and temperature of a region. One of Earth's biomes is the desert. A desert has a very dry climate. It also has extremely hot or cold temperatures and very little rainfall. Desert organisms are adapted to living under these conditions. Desert plants can go for long periods of time without water. Most desert animals can get their water from the food they eat. The Sonoran Desert is located in the southwestern part of the United States. Kangaroo rats are nocturnal rodents in this desert. They sleep during the hot days. At night, when it is cooler, they look for food. Kangaroo rats are herbivores. They eat seeds of bushes and grasses. They are able to get water from the seeds to stay hydrated. Rattlesnakes live in the Sonoran Desert too. They are carnivores that prey on rodents such as the kangaroo rat. Red-tailed hawks are also predators. They fly overhead and swoop down to catch snakes, rodents, and other birds. Hawks spit out parts such as bones and feathers that they cannot eat. Termites are a type of decomposer in this desert. They eat wood, animal skeletons, and dead grass, and they break down these remains. This helps fertilize the soil for new plant growth.
Now, my dear boys and girls, I'm going to explain you the evaluated activity. Remember, Today you have an evaluated activity. For that reason, I'm going to explain you what you have to do. What is the information you are going to include in your presentation? Here we have some options. We have grasslands, tundra, polar areas. According to polar areas, it's almost the same with tundra, right? Then we have oceans, forests, and deserts. These are the contents you have. You are going to choose your favorite one. And according to this, you are going to start looking for the information that you need to present in your triptycho. Okay? And I'm going to give you some ideas that you can include in your presentation. Pay attention. Okay? Here you have the options. If you already finished the activity, congratulations, very good. But if you couldn't finish these activities, don't worry. You have more time. You have more time in order you can present me this activity. And this is something related with the options you have for your presentations. Grasslands, tundra, polar areas, oceans, forest, and desert. What is your favorite one? Tell me. ¿Cuál es tu favorito? Dime. I'm gonna read it on this chat. Well, as you can see here, I have one of my favorite biomes, that is the desert. And what is the information that you are gonna include on your triptycho? First, you are gonna add a short description about what is a desert, the definition of desert, the definition of forest, tundra, ocean, etc. The first one is the definition of the biome. In this case, the desert. What is a desert? Then, the next information you are going to include is something related with plants. What kind of plants are there on a desert? Plants. You can draw the plants if you want, or you can look for these pictures on some books that you have at home. Pueden ustedes buscar libros, revistas que tengan en su casita para que puedan pegar las imágenes si así lo prefieren. Si no, pues lo dibujan. Here we have an example. Then you are gonna add climate or weather. Climate or weather. As everybody knows, in the desert we have hot and cold. In the desert, hot during the day, cold during the night. Then you are going to talk about the food that you can find in these biomes. In this case, in the desert, what kind of food can you find on it? And the last information you are going to add is something about animals. What kind of animals are there? What kind of animals are there on the different biomes or ecosystems? That is what you are gonna do. You can draw, as I was telling you before, you can draw the pictures or you can cut them. O las pueden recortar, wherever you want. And you are gonna add a few information. It's not necessary that you add all the information you have on your reading pads. No es necesario que agreguen toda la información que tienen en su reading pads. No. You are gonna pick up the most important ideas. Okay? This is all related with the evaluated activity. Okay? Questions about it? I'm here. And in this way we finished our class. as I was telling you at the beginning of the presentation of this class, you are not going to have extra activities related with your English ID starter, reading pads, or your platform. Why? Because you have evaluated activity. No vamos a realizar otra actividad en los libros. ¿Por qué? Porque tenemos actividad evaluada. It's time to questions and answers. If you need to ask me something about evaluated activity, you can write on this chat and I'm gonna read it. Thank you for your attention, for your participation. See you the next week and good luck for your evaluated activity. I know you are gonna have success. Bye bye, see you. Thank you everyone.